What is up, undead gamers? This is Graveyard here, and this will be my review of Doom: The Dark Ages. I just finished the game, so yeah, my review is out now, but you'll probably still see gameplay for me being uploaded because I beat the game, but I didn't upload all of it yet, so, you know, that's why that's happening. But anyways, this game is an incredible Doom game, especially, and it's just a great video game overall. If you just want to have pure fun, shooting, killing demons, the visceral feel, great weapons, stunning levels, good level design. This is, you should go and play this like right now. Especially if you love boomer shooters, this is like the prime boomer shooter out right now. So definitely gonna play it. I do recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I want to go through the whole game already again. But with that being said, let's go into more of the specifics. That's just my little summary right there. I really love the game. But why do I love it? I'll tell you now. First, let's start with what's the game about. This is Doom, but set in the Dark Ages, so it's a prequel to Doom 2016, as you know. And it's about the Doom Slayer is a weapon of the Makers, who are basically these godlike beings. They're kind of just like angels in the Doom universe, but a little more complex. They use him as a weapon, and he is battling the forces of Hell, who are trying to siege the cities of the Night Sentinels. So you're basically just, fighting with the Night Sentinels and protecting them, and being called upon whenever the Makers decide, and they're working with the Night Sentinels as well. So it's just you're fighting against the Hell in this big war, and that's really what the story's about. It's very basic. You don't really play a Doom game for the story, even though this is the more cinematic one where, you have these big sprawling cutscenes. You have actual characters now that have, kind of semi-mini arcs. All right, I'll give them that kind of arcs. I will be completely honest. I feel like most characters are pretty generic. The one girl, I can't remember her name right now, Thera. That's the thing about this game, like, everyone has a cool attitude. They all look cool, sound cool, but the story is just kind of basic, like, whatever, like, how do I get to point A? I ride a dragon, I go into a mech and stuff, which is fun, but there's no, like, big significant story beats where you're like, oh my gosh. I mean, there's one, and I'll get to that, but, there's no, like, real complex writing. Even the main villain, Azrak, who has a lot of screen time in the cutscenes, he's just kind of the bad guy. Like, he's just kind of the Sith Lord. He felt very Sith Lord in this game, especially when he's like shooting lightning out of his hands later in the game. So yeah, Baldy here just wants an artifact to make him super duper OP powerful, so he can rule Hell and, destroy the planet, basically. So that's the story. But, you'll have fun with the cutscenes. The cutscenes are incredible. They're very entertaining. They're no slouch. It's not like they just threw it in there. It's just random explosions, whatever. The cutscenes are all good. And it's just the visual, the visuals will get you through the story more than the dialogue, is how I like to think of it. So that's what I think about the story. But let's go over to this is kind of a cringy cliche line, but the meat and potatoes of the game. That is the combat. The combat is incredible. To me, this might be, I really like to think it over right now. I might even go back to the other Doom games and just play them a little bit, so I know exactly what I think of them again. But Doom: The Dark Ages has the most visceral feeling combat, the most crunchy sounds, and like gun sounds, blood sound effects. Everything feels just so meaty, heavy. Especially the Doom Slayer, he's super heavy. Like, if you jump off a ledge, I love this, and it kind of caught me by shock when I saw it the first time. But when you jump off a ledge and just all the fodder demons around you just disintegrate because you're just so overpowered and badass, and It's like your presence just kills them. So that's awesome. And just little details like that, like the gun designs, the world design, everything feels heavier, more grounded. Feels more like the most realistic Doom game. It's still Doom, so it's not realistic, but it feels the more mature and serious of the series. I know 2016 veered towards more serious and horror as well, but this is more like, mid. It's like medieval knights, and more of like, feels like you're going through history and killing demons and really going through a journey, rather than the other games where it's just like arcadey and you're in a room and you kill demons and stuff. The maps in this game are very open. Not all the maps, but there's maybe two or three big open areas in this game that basically make the level like it's an open world level. Like, so you go in there, and then there's just a whole bunch of objectives you have to complete to progress in the story. And at first, you're probably like, "Oh man, I don't want to go out and do these random objectives or whatever." But you know what the objective's going to be. It's just going to be more killing demons. And I actually kind of like it because it feels like you're traversing the Doom world, and it feels like you're more cemented in the lore instead of just going to room and then the room locks and then you kill all the demons. That's still here as well, most of the time, which it's good. The linear level design, I will say, is the better of the level designs in this game. The open world is a little weaker, but I'll just say, like, they're going for a more cinematic feel. This definitely contributes to that, especially paired with the cutscenes and stuff. Feels more cinematic, feels like you're on a journey. So I like that. I like it a bit. I know a lot of people said the open world sections are boring, but honestly, in my opinion, I think I like this game a lot more than some other people. Of course, a lot of people, all the people that played this game so far, I've heard from anyways, say it's incredible, even though they don't like the dragon sections or the mech sections or the open world sections. They'll still say it's a great game, which, yeah, it is. But I even like the low points of the game, the quote unquote low points of the game. I will say, like, the secrets in the more open sections are kind of don't really feel much like secrets. Like, it's cool that you can go into like mini dungeons and stuff, and like caves, and then it's a secret in there. It's like a little puzzle. There's little puzzles and stuff, but I feel like in the open world it's a lot easier to find the secrets. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. It feels a lot more easy. And in the linear levels, it feels more complex. Like, you have to actually figure it out, especially in the cosmic realm levels. I'll get to that. Those levels are incredible. So what I think about level design, I think level design is great, paired with the great mechanics, the shooting, the guns. That's all great. So I'll go over to the guns here, just so I can talk about definitely the best part of the game. So you start with just the combat shotgun, and the combat shotgun in this game, to me, is like a very good, well-rounded weapon that you could probably stay with like most of the game until you get the super shotgun. The super shotgun does just kind of trivialize it, like in the other games. I mean, that's kind of its role. It's the super shotgun. But the combat shotgun is great because once you upgrade it, you get incendiary rounds. You can light, I almost said zombies. You can light demons on fire. You can get a 3-round burst with that gun, even though it does take a lot of your ammo away. You can just get ammo back when you do melee, so it's not a big deal. All of your melee attacks, you get 3 melee weapons in this game. You get your fists, you get this flail, and then you get this mace later on, which one-shots most bigger enemies, which is great. But they all give you ammo, so it's not like you run out of ammo or anything. So yeah, the melee weapons are great as well. They, instead of the other games, like in Doom Eternal, you had the blood punch, which was just like one big punch and it kills everything around it. The melee in this game kind of serves more like you can do combos, like you can just punch, and especially once you get to finish off a enemy, you can get like a 4th punch in there, which is pretty cool. And it feels a lot more versatile than the Blood Punch in Doom Eternal, because, one, the flail, once you upgrade that, lets you light enemies on fire, and so that will give you armor back. If you do any flame damage, you get armor back. So if you want to, you have to make a decision if you want the big chunky mace that one shot enemies, so this gets them completely out of the way, or if you want like the mace, which gives you, it's not as powerful, it recharges faster, but it gives you armor as well. So it doesn't give you much, I'll be honest, but it's still really good, and it has very good range. So the weapons, the melee weapons are great. All the other weapons are good. I want to say the super shotgun, like the highlights of the game for me. Super shotgun, absolutely incredible. Just you can shield bash all the way to the enemy and one shot them. It's amazing. The plasma guns, I feel like are really OP in this game. Like more OP than the other games, especially like the cycler. It'll light enemies on, light them on fire. No, it'll put lightning on the enemy and then kind of explode and chain lightning. So, and that will boost your damage as well. So the plasma guns are good. There's a lot to talk about in this game, so I'm trying to think about all the things I like and trying to organize them in my mind right now. But the standout gun definitely in this game is the chain shot. The chain shot in this game, oh my gosh. It's kind of like, too good you don't want to use it. It's like, oh man, I could just, there's like a big leader demon I have to kill. There's like these leader mini bosses in the game, and you have to lower their morale by killing the demons around them first in order to kill them. And you'll be encountering those a lot. Honestly, if you're struggling with those, just pull out the chain shot and you'll be completely fine, especially once you get the upgrade where every successful parry, since this game is all parry focused with your shield, every successful parry charges your chain shot fully, and then you can just, press the trigger and then boom, hit them with your fully charged shot, parry, boom, and they're like instantly dead. It feels really unfair. I think it kind of trivialized last boss for me. So just a warning out there, like if you're struggling. I played Nightmare, so I died a fair bit. Decently challenging, but chain shot, they have a MacGuffin in there. They also brought back the BFG as well, but now it's the BFC, so it's the big fucking crossbow, which was really cool. And so the guns, love them. I didn't talk about the shield yet. The shield is the primary new mechanic of the game. You're basically Captain America, but on even more steroids. I guess this would be like if you're the Hulk, but in armor, because the Hulk is, a deviant from the Super Soldier Serum program. So it's like you're the Hulk, but you have Captain America's shield, and you can just pull up your shield, propel yourself towards an enemy from like miles away, and just obliterate the enemies around you. It's so good and satisfying. You can throw it. You get the saw attachment early in the game, and you can throw it at a demon, and it just sticks in them and stuns them, and it just makes things so much easier. Especially like the combo I like to use is dash over to them and then throw the shield saw inside them so they can't move. And then if you have a shotgun, you're just super close to them, you just one-shot them, and it just feels so good. So that's like the core gameplay right there. There's no grapple hook like in Eternal. There's no dash. There is a sprint, which is nice. It's pretty fast. But the main way of traversing the battlefield is your shield. If you're cooped up in a corner, shield bash your way out there towards a fodder enemy to get some health and get around them, and throw your shield at them and stun them. It's just amazing. And then later on you get to upgrade it, and you can get this charge on your shield, so it'll charge up and then you can shield bash some enemies and one-shot them. It's amazing. So I love the shield, and it kind of, how it felt like from Doom Eternal going to Dark Ages, like, oh, I missed the dash, I can't play without a dash, or I can't play without the meat hook on the shotgun. This, it feels like I can't go back to 2016 because I'm gonna miss the shield. I really want the shield. So it's amazing. Um, the game mechanics, the guns, great. I'll talk about the skill tree a little bit. Throughout most of the open maps, you'll find these shrines, and throughout the maps as well, you'll find gold, and you just go to the shrine and use your gold to purchase basically the base upgrades for the guns. And there's not that many, to be honest. There's only like 3 or 4 upgrades per weapon. It kind of varies. Some has more than the others, but there's not as much as Eternal. There's no like ultimate mastery, um, you know, ability you get for your gun like an Eternal, which was so amazing. You just get a gold camo, which you can get so easily. Like I feel like most of them, the challenge is just like, okay, just kill 50 demons with a fully charged chain shot. Oh, okay, I got it in 5 minutes. Wow. Okay. But in Doom Eternal, it's like much more substantial, and you actually had to do challenge specific things, and then you got like an OP attachment and stuff. So whatever. I mean, it's still good. The upgrades are still really good. And also the other kinds of currency in the game. There's these jewels you'll find through the secret rooms. Definitely look for secrets in the game. I will say that as well. If you're not going for the secrets and just going full speed ahead to the main campaign, I would not recommend that. I would say try this game as many secrets as you can. Complete the puzzles and get the jewels. Later on, you'll get a big purple jewel, which is your final upgrade point, so you can upgrade your weapon fully. Usually, it only takes 1. And those are a bit more challenging as well, right? It'll maybe lock you in a room with a bunch of Barons of Hell or something like that, and you just have to kill them, and then you get it. So the upgrade system is very simple, very linear, especially when you take out the leader demons, and then you get like, max health upgrade and max ammo upgrade. There's no like, it's not really optional there. You'll probably just get it, get the healing upgrades and all that. So I wish those were more optional. That's kind of a criticism I have, I guess. But whatever, it's still pretty good. No real complaints. So level design. So later in the game, I think the game gets a lot better later in the game, especially with some of the cinematic moments and where the story is going. I know I said the story is generic, but like, it gets really cool. Like, it's not deep or anything, but it gets really cool, and it makes you go like, oh damn, that gave me chills, right? So going into I guess kind of big spoilers here now. One thing I just want to praise real quick is the whole HP Lovecraft inspired levels. Oh my gosh, they were absolutely incredible, especially when you're freeing I thought there was only like one. They're called old ones in this game. They are in the Lovecraft books as well, but I thought it was just like one Cthulhu, but there's a whole bunch of them, which is good because I want to fight them. But when you're freeing the first old one, oh my gosh, you're freeing. It's just like in the Lovecraft books. In the Call of Cthulhu, like when he's chained up in the in the ocean in the city of, I don't know how to pronounce it, Riley or something, Rayleigh or something like that. In this like alien underwater city. You do that in this game, and I guess the explanation is the makers chained him up there, which was just really a really cool adaptation. And his design is just straight Cthulhu. It's just Cthulhu. There's no like, it's not like they try to change it up a bit to kind of be like, yeah, it's Cthulhu inspired. No, it's straight up Cthulhu, which is just awesome. Except there's like many of him, so that was definitely a highlight for me. And then when you ride us back into the cosmic realm, it's like so trippy. You're going through like these tunnels of water. It's like this psychedelic water kind of alien world, which is sort of what I would expect a part of the Dreamlands and HP Lovecraft to look like. So, just nerded out a bit. It made me like the game even more. I love when there's, especially I play the Dark Souls games. So I love when there's Lovecraft inspired elements. It just makes me geek out, and especially the level design. I'm so glad. I thought maybe it would get worse in those areas because I don't know, they're going for a different thing. But no, it's even better, and you actually have to think more from unlocking the secrets. Like there's this one room where it just like keeps going infinitely, and I thought it was like I was kind of tripping out for a second. I was like, wait, is this like an infinite room? But no, you just had to. It did like the horror thing of you had to turn around, and then there was a new room, and then you just have to keep turning around, and then something would change. So like that was fun and cool, and I didn't expect that in this game. So yeah, it was refreshing. I really love the Cosmic Realm levels. The enemies are at their peak as well. The Cosmic Baron might be my favorite enemy as well. He's so much fun to fight, and he has like the perfect amount of health as well. And he's just intimidating. Oh my gosh, it's just great. And then the part of the story that really, gave me chills is when, of course, the Doomslayer gets imprisoned by Azrak, and he essentially, discovers, I could just blow this thing up in my chest and kill all these Cthulhu's near me, and that's what he does. So he sacrifices himself to get himself out. He falls in lava, dies, and he turns into this zombie from hell. And it's just like, damn, even his corpse. He's so pissed inside of his corpse that he won't die. He is sworn to kill all of hell even when he's dead. This guy is unstoppable. And then you just okay, that level as well is incredible too. I love it. Oh, and I also forgot there's a level inside of one of the Cthulhu titans, like inside of his body. You have to, kill his not kill, but destroy one of his organs, and then it kills him and stuff. It's just so cool. And I think they would put us inside of one of them, but they did. So yeah, the undead section when he steals a giant I don't know, like soul ship or whatever, and drives himself out of hell, and then he's resurrected by these demonic cultists. I think they're demonic cultists. I'm pretty sure. And when he gets out and he's like resurrected from blood, you can tell he's skeptical. He's like, wait, you guys use demonic magic to bring me back to life? I thought at that moment he was gonna maybe kill them, right? Because it's like they're worshiping demons and stuff. But you can tell he was just like, I gotta accept this, and move on. So that's what I'm talking about. Like the storytelling in this game is great when it's just purely visual, when there's no talking or anything. You see his facial expressions, and you can figure it out from there. So the game, is this game great? Yeah, I'd say it's great. There's a lot of fun moments. The gunplay is great. The level design is great. I didn't talk at all about the mechs or the dragon. I'll just say quickly, the mech sections are okay. They're okay. Just dumb fun to make you feel good after maybe a really hard level. Just punch, 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 dodge that thing. You get some weapons with the mech, but it's kind of whatever. And it only lasts like 5 minutes each time, dude. It's kind of weird. So super easy, whatever. The dragon sections, though, I'll say are a little more substantial. I can tell they put more time into that, and I like that a lot more. To me, it's fun flying around as a dragon. That felt very good. Like if there's only the dragon sections, I think it'd be a little better. But the mech's still fun. Like it's a fun concept. But the dragons, like you can actually fly around these more open maps. The mechanics of flying feel very good. Like it doesn't feel like they half-assed it or anything. So, the lower sections, I still like. It makes it distinct from the other Dooms. It breaks up the gameplay a bit. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Like each section, I think the longest is one of the dragon sections. It might be like 30 minutes. Like it's not too bad, right? And there's only like 2 or 3 times you have to do that. So, final thoughts here. What I have to say about the game, it's great. I'm going to play a bit more of it, even though I beat it. And, yeah. definitely go buy it. I will give this game, if I'm going to rate a game, I don't really rate games, but it's really hard. It might be an 8 or 9. I, you know what? I'd probably give it a 9. 8. So I'm not giving it a 10 because I will say it got a little exhausting just fighting the leader demons over and over and over at some points. I wish there was maybe another different type of boss demon to break it up a bit. I'll say that. It kind of felt like they spammed the leaders a bit. And yeah, the mech sections were kind of very basic. So that's my main criticism. I didn't expect the story to be good. The story definitely could be better, right? And the ending was as expected. So it's kind of my negatives for everything. I don't have many negatives. I really love this game. So, and this is a great starter Doom game too if you've never played the games as well, since it's a prequel and this is a lot more grounded. It's not as fast. Also, that's another benefit. You can, in the settings, change the speed of the entire game. You can go slower if you want. You can go faster. So, great optimization for this game. And it also ran completely smooth for me when I was recording, streaming. It ran amazing, and I have a mid-range PC as well. So definitely, take advantage of the DLSS options in the graphics or the FSR, which I have. It makes the game run buttery smooth. So, great game. 9 out of 10. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. It's kind of like one of my first full reviews, so what did you think of the video? And yeah, I'm sure I missed some things, but there's so much to cover, so much I love about the game. I think I got most of the important parts. So, see you guys later. Don't forget, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And yeah, good night.